Good morning and welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis and we're live from the HCCTV studios this morning. Good to have you with us on the show. I know it's a Monday, not that great looking outside, but they say it could rain this week, which is something we haven't seen a lot of over the last month. My co-host Alberta is joining us from her home studio. Good to see you, Alberta.
Good to see you, Todd. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, I did, for sure.
You did?
Did you have a good one?
A lot going on? It was, it was nice. Not bad. Not a bad weekend. Always good. Looking forward to the next one because it's 3 days instead of 2. So that's even better. Hey, we want to welcome everyone watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every weekday morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. And Alberta, they can also catch us on HCCTV and on social media anytime.
Yes, you can find us live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and on YouTube. So make sure you look up Houston Community College District. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and on HCC TV, noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, Alberta, stick around because I believe you know this next guest. Emanuel Jay is joining us. He's a recording artist. He's going to tell us his story. Emanuel, good to have you with us on the show. Well, your mic is muted, but we can catch you on the flip side when we get back to you. So we'll get back to you in about 10 minutes. So stick around. Alberta, you'll be talking to him. But first, we want to kick things off. It's Music Monday, but it's also Mental Health Monday. And we've got Dr. Nausheen Pasha-Zaidi is joining us this morning. She is the director of the Honors College at HCC Southwest College, an author of Middle Eastern psychology. Welcome to the show, Dr. Pasha-Zaidi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Todd?
We're doing good. I want to talk a bit about the Honors College, but first, tell us about your book, Psychology in the Middle East, Africa. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I have several books, and that's one of them. Most of the ones that are about psychology are edited or co-edited, and it's really about internationalizing the curriculum, internationalizing the field. Psychology is very American. That means most of the research that we generalize to the whole of the population has really only been done with Americans, and a lot of times it's really just American students. And so it's important to really look at psychology and the concepts as they apply in other parts of the world. I mean, Americans really only account for less than 5% of the world's population. So we want to make sure that we are truthful and we are reflective of the way cultures are in different parts of the world and how people understand themselves and others.
Isn't that one of the biggest criticisms of Americans is that when we go places, we aren't taught about other cultures, other psychology, only the American way, because the American way is the way. Isn't that one of the things that we're criticized for around the world when we do visit?
Yeah, it is. And within psychology, that's definitely a very big concern. And the APA has already sent out notifications that we're going to be internationalizing curriculum. We're going to try to incorporate more international viewpoints. And that's really my aim. That's what my PhD is in. And that's really my aim, is to look critically at the theories and how they apply and how mental health and wellness is actually done around the world, and how those theories that we take for granted are applicable to other people.
Let's talk a bit about your involvement with the Honors College, specifically how you discuss how mental health is handled in the Honors College. I know a lot of our students are going through a tremendous amount of things, especially before the pandemic and even after the pandemic. Talk about how that is addressed within the Honors College to keep an eye on the students staying on the right path and staying focused.
Yeah, that's really important for the Honors College, for me in particular, having a psychology background. And so one of the things that we encourage is for students to be able to have that support system. That's one of the things that's very important in the Honors College. We have a cohort-based system. So students get support from each other. They get support from their directors and from their faculty members. But also as part of Southwest, what we have been doing is doing some different initiatives to really put mental health in the forefront of our program. So we've had a webinar on racism and suicide prevention, which had members from NAMI and to speak about. That's the National Alliance of Mental Illness, to speak about how racism and suicide prevention can, how racism goes hand in hand with suicide in a lot of cases, and how to prevent that and how to notice the signs. And so that was one of the things we did. One of our students in our cohort, in our sophomore cohort, also presented at the TSU Honors conference, where she talked about peer counseling and the pros and cons of peer counseling, which are also important. So that's something that we're really trying to incorporate into our program. We had an iftar this past during Ramadan. We have quite a few Muslim students, and we had a therapist counselor come and speak about fasting and the benefits of fasting for mental wellness. So we're trying to incorporate a lot of mental health topics within the college.
Okay, I saw that one and it kind of stuck out at me, because fasting and mental health, I didn't think the two can go together, because they always say, you heard the term hangry, and you think fasting wouldn't tie into good mental health. Is that something that's beneficial?
Oh, absolutely. There is a lot of research on it. We talk about intermittent fasting as ways not only to lose weight, but also to improve your mental functioning. So absolutely, fasting is one of the best ways to really recharge your body. And yes, absolutely, you get hangry at the beginning. Those are the first ways of dealing with your body's dealing with it. But certainly over time and over practice and regular fasting, it's very important for mental health, for physical health and well-being as well.
We've had a couple of the Honors College students on our shows in the past, and one thing they talked about was giving back to the community. And it sounds like that is a big part of the program, is them giving back into the community along with attending the Honors College and be a part of everything. Is that also a big thing with keeping mentally healthy? I mean, obviously it's beneficial not just to the community, but to yourself as well when you do volunteer or give back.
Absolutely. When you are giving back, you are really you're making more space for your own wellness within yourself as well. So you are not only benefiting others, but you're benefiting your own psychological well-being. I'm very big on positive psychology, looking at not just at mental illness, but at mental wellness. That's what most of my research has been on for the past 10 years. And the things that we do at the Honors College really allow you to put yourself in a space where you have to give back. And so you are having to put yourself in a position of looking at service as an important part of growth. And that's actually one of the mottos part of the mottos for the Honors College. It's scholarship, leadership, and service. So service learning is incorporated into the curriculum. All students do 20 hours of volunteer service. And also a lot of times what that does is encourages them to get into other volunteer, kinds of opportunities for them. And a lot of the students that join us, they're HCC. Our students are HCC. They're wholly HCC, and they want to give back to their community. They want to give back to HCC. We recently, again, during that iftar, during the month of Ramadan, we had students who put out a call for the Houston Food Bank. And so we were actually able to raise over $500, $595 exactly, as well as some canned food that was donated. So we're very, very excited for our students and the opportunities that the Honors College has for them to learn and grow.
I know the college offers cohorts. That's how the students get into it. Are you accepting applications for the next cohort in the fall? And then what are the qualifications? How does someone apply?
Thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes, absolutely. We are currently taking applications. We take applications in the fall. We take applications in the spring if we have room. We take only 25 students in a cohort, and you need to have for high school seniors, you need to have a 3.5 GPA. 3.5 and over, that's really what we're looking for, plus your college readiness scores on the TSI and the SAT. So if anyone is a high school senior right now watching this, or a family member of a high school senior, please go out and have them apply. Part of the benefits that you get is a full scholarship for qualifying students. So it's definitely worth it, and I highly encourage people to spread the word, because that's what we really need.
We appreciate you being on the show. Dr. Nausheen Pasha-Zaidi is joining us this morning. Thanks for being here and telling us all about the Honors College. We appreciate it, and we'll certainly help you get the word out there for the next group of applicants or the next cohort to come on through the Honors College.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Todd.
All right, thank you. We're going to turn things over to Alberta, and you've got a special guest, and we're going to talk about Music Monday and some other things. Go ahead, Alberta.
Yeah, so today we have our guest, Emanuel Jay. He is a singer and recording artist, and he's also my cousin. Welcome to the show, Emanuel.
Morning, thank you.
Cool. So today you are here to talk about your music, and with May being Mental Health Month, you want to be transparent about the role for your own journey that has played a part in your music. So first, let's talk about your background in music and where you got your start.
Thank you. Yes. So I started in the church. I was about 6 years old when I first started singing, and everything just kind of naturally just kind of fell in place for me. And I not only sing, but I play instruments as well. And it's just been a great outlet for me. And still to this day, I really just cling to it.
Okay. So since your journey starting with church, like where did you actually develop your own sense of style in music? So like we all have our background singing a certain genre, but your music now, like how did you transition to that?
Yeah, so for me, to be completely transparent, it really just came from a place of pain and just things that I was able to turn into therapy, such as songwriting. It started with like poetry first, and then I just started putting melodies to it, and that really just gave me my own voice. And that's why I really just cling to it so much now, because it's like a personal outlet for me.
Okay. So you say that your new EP, You Feel Me, was therapeutic for you, and writing that and singing that, like how is it helpful for your new music?
So just taking personal experiences and just the whole journey of being able to put my own perspective on situations I face into words and then into melodies, into music. That's really what this EP was. A lot of things I just kind of felt stuck with in life, and I was able to basically write myself out of it and sing myself out of it, and I'm able to share that with other people who can relate to it.
Yeah, and usually that is exactly, the artists that we love listening to, that is exactly the experiences that they go through as well. So it's also just you just being more relatable to people who don't really know what those experiences are like. Can you tell us some of your personal experiences with mental health?
Yeah, so I can recall being in high school and just having just like weird experiences or just moments where I didn't know how to express what I was going through, because again, being transparent, where I come from, mental illness is not just like an ordinary topic. It's not something that, you just talk about every day. And it's actually kind of shunned upon a bit, but just learning how to research mental health or just research things that I was going through, and just learning all these new terminologies and all this stuff like that. And I was able to like, okay, this is what I'm going through, and I was able to get help. And it's really just been a journey. And to this day, I'm still learning how to cope with things such as, and how to get through the day, such as exercising or just other hobbies or therapy and stuff like that. And yeah.
So in honor of Mental Health Month, you're basically saying once you open your mind to like the terminology and things that you've never noticed before, like it's over. Like that's the start to becoming better.
Basically,
and your music blossoms through that too. So what do you believe is the most important thing to discuss mental health in your relationships? Like, what are some ways to do that?
Just being open and always creating a safe place in your relationships, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to just open up and be like, yeah, I'm actually dealing with depression right now, or I'm actually, dealing with anxiety right now. And, the fear of judgment and stuff like that. So I would say it's very important to surround yourself with people who are open, who you feel loved by, who you love, and to just not judge yourself and, just realize we're all human at the end of the day and we all go through stuff. So
yeah, like not to feel like a burden, because that's like one of the main things about having mental health is like issues. It's like you feel like you're a burden to all of these people, your friends and your family and the people you're in relationships with. So it's like always hard because you feel like nobody wants to talk about it.
Right.
Go in a deeper hole. So like, have you found there to be more benefits of, being more conscious of their mental health?
Yeah, absolutely. I've read books, I've watched interviews, and like I said, I've been to therapy, and because of that, like I was able to see myself in a different way and able to express myself in a different way, and my confidence actually increased a lot. Confidence and self-esteem. Once you bring light to something, you're able to express that thing better. You're able to understand yourself better, and it's been a journey. And I feel like I appreciate and I have a better relationship with myself because of that. I respect myself a lot more because I know what I've been through to be able to express myself and realize that, people don't see you as a burden, and if you are around people that see you as a burden, those are not your people. So
yeah, definitely. So that must translate to your career as well. Do you think that if you didn't find what you were looking for to center yourself with the mental health, like, do you think that your music would thrive, like, even a little bit?
Honestly, I don't think so, because it wouldn't be coming from my deepest truths. When I write or when I do music, I don't sing or play or perform anything that I don't really feel. And for a while, I was just performing until I did find that confidence to be like, okay, you know what, this is it. This is time. I'm ready to, release this music. And I know that is something that I'll always honor because it came from a really deep place for me. And yeah.
Other than You Feel Me, is there another song that you've recorded that talks about your mental health, or at least advocating, hey, like, you need to really think about where you are before you get into relationships? Like, do you have any songs like that?
Yeah, I do. These songs aren't recorded. I was in a band before I actually kind of streamed off into becoming a solo artist. And all those songs that I did with those were with that band were original songs as well. And during that time, I was also coming from a place of mental health. I had songs just basically just encouraging, myself or people who could relate to what I was going through. And most of my songs are coming from a place of mental health. So. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Emanuel Jay, singer and recording artist. We will have a lot more information about where you can find his music and performances live. He's a local artist in Houston, so everybody, give him some time and show him some love.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you.
All right, Alberta and Emanuel Jay, thank you both. Alberta, we got a few news and announcements to go through before we wrap up the show. One thing that's going on, the MBDA has a salute to minorities in construction. The 7th annual salute to minorities in construction is happening Thursday, June the 9th at the Junior League of Houston. It's sponsored by the Houston MBDA Business Center, operated by HCC, and awards will be given to minority-owned construction firms and the organizations that support them, and all proceeds go to support of the MBDA. So check that out Thursday, June the 9th. If you'd like to attend, we'll have some information in the social media post after our show. And there's a media arts student showcase that's going on YouTube, Alberta.
Yeah, so we have the Media Arts Student Showcase. It's happening spring 2022. And this is the end of semester YouTube compilation that is screening. Screening includes student projects from filmmaking, audio recording technology, and music business. This is happening from now to August 15th. Registration is not required, and we'll have information about that after the show.
Okay, STEM Summer Camp STEM Summer Camp. That's happening this summer. And if you have kids at home, specifically teens, and you'd like to get them learning a bit this summer and having some fun, we've got a deal for you. Drone Swift Camp will be June the 27th through July the 1st. That's happening in Stafford at HCC Southwest College, the Stafford campus. And then also the VR Swift Camp is happening July 18th through 22nd. That's at HCC's North Forest campus. There are some qualifications. There's some things you need to fill out before you sign the kids up. For all the information, we'll have a link in our social media post after the show. But make sure you sign up early. These camps are very popular. They do fill up, and there's very limited space available. So go today, sign them up, get them set for the summer. Okay, innovation winners. We announced them at last week's board meeting, Alberta.
Yeah, so we did. We have last week a team of HCC leaders and educators received the Innovation of the Year award from the League of Innovation in the Community College. So this award stems from work that began in 2019 when HCC joined with Work Texas, a nonprofit formed by Gallery Furniture's Jim McIngvale, known as Mattress Mag. It helps more people get jobs, keep jobs, and advance in their careers. So congratulations to all of our colleagues for a completed check for a post after the show.
Okay, so there is a summer audio recording workshop that's happening. So if you're into audio recording, check out this workshop. HCC professor David Sharma will be leading his 4-weekend course using unique features to hit the ground running to make music. All right, it will touch everything from music theory to creating beats, sampling, remixing, and using the Ableton Live's unique session and arrangement views. This is happening noon to 4 p.m. Saturdays, July the 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. It's at HCC's brand new audio recording studio, the North Forest campus. If you want to check that out, we'll put a link in our social media post after the show.
Sounds
and
really
it's
cool.
time. Yeah, I thought that would be right up your alley, right?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so that's happening this summer. You might want to attend that yourself. Okay, fall registration is underway. If you haven't registered yet for the fall, some classes are filling up. You can take summer classes. They start on June the 6th. You want to register now for those and also register for fall 2022. There are 5 ways to learn, Alberta, and we've got them available right now.
Yeah, so the first one you have is the online anytime, no class meeting times, unless listed. Then you have online on a schedule, hybrid, which is face-to-face and partially virtual. And then you have in-person and hybrid lab.
Yes, and you can go to one website to get all your registration needs. Go to hccs.edu/apply. Okay, tomorrow is Tasty Tuesday on the show. We'll be featuring Lee's Den. It's a hip new lounge above local foods in Rice Village. I don't know if you've been there yet, but that sounds like a pretty cool place. You have to check that out. Also, Alberta will have a student success story as well.
Yeah, so we have another student success story, an ambassador from the International Student Program who is now working on his master's, and we will interview them tomorrow.
Yes, so we will be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. By the way, you're going to take some time off this summer, but we're going to see you in the fall, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, we'll let her have a nice summer vacation, but all of us will be here this summer working. So make sure you join us. And we'll be back tomorrow morning live at 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.